Good afternoon, baseball fans, as we welcome you to Buchholz Park here in Stevens Point for Pacelli Cardinals baseball as they play host to the Almond-Bancroft Eagles in Central Wisconsin South Conference play. My name is Mike Wendland. Vinny Villarreal doing the production here for Zaleski Sports today as the Cardinals look for win number 10 on the season. Almond-Bancroft looking for win number 11. As we get set for this one, Coach Sankey and Coach Trzynski right at home plate talking with the umpires for today's game. As we go forward in this one, Pacelli in third place in the conference, Almond-Bancroft currently sitting in second. They are half a game up. A win for this one would vault the Cardinals into second place in the conference as the season starts to turn the corner, heading down toward the home stretch with playoffs not too far away. And as they do that, a quick time to announce today's lineups here on Zaleski Sports. We'll start with the visiting Almond-Bancroft Eagles. Leading off and doing the catching today, number 3, Thomas Hunt. Hitting second, playing second base, wearing number 5, Tanner Lamb. Hitting third and doing the pitching, number 15, Dan Baumgartner. Hitting cleanup, playing first base, number 8, Connor Newby. Batting fifth in center field, number 10, Shane Clismith. Batting sixth, playing shortstop, number 4, Seth Bunders. Batting seventh in left field, number 21, Evan Ramczak. Batting eighth at third base, number 19, Ty Huntington. And batting ninth in right field, number 27, Mason Mansky. Again, for the Eagles, it is Hunt, Lamb, Baumgartner, Newby, Clismith, Bunders, Ramczak, Huntington, and Mansky. Cardinals coming in at 10-4, 6-2 for second in the CWC South. And for the Pacelli Cardinals, as looks like the teams are lining up, so we will have that coming up shortly. We'll have the lineup after our national anthem on Zaleski Sports.
Incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1, 2, 3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1, 2, 3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires. At Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
This is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Back here from Buchholz Park, here in Stevens Point, Pacelli Cardinal baseball on Zaleski Sports this afternoon on a humid Tuesday afternoon. As we take a look, looking at the current temperature, 76 degrees outside. Real feel at 73 here from Buchholz. And now time for the lineup for the Pacelli Cardinals. Leading off for the Cardinals, who'll be playing center field and wearing number 5, Bryson Cashin. Batting second at shortstop, number 1, Drew Kudrevich. Batting third and right, number 2, Brock Bierenkotz. Hitting cleanup, he's on the mound, number 16, Caden Mack. Batting 5th at third base, number 13, Asher Jordan. Batting 6th at first base, number 10, Nick Helms. Batting 7th at second, number 3, Ben Hammerly. Batting 8th and left, number 11, Peyton Fleece. And hitting 9th, number 6, and catching, Tim Sackman. Again for the Cardinals, Cashin, Kudrevich, Bierenkotz, Mayick, Jordan, and Helms, Hammerly, Fleece, and Sackman for Coach Wayne Sankey. Cardinals coming off a loss to Rochel their last time out. That was a 1-0 game yesterday. As with that one, Drew Kudrevich was on the mound, went 6 1/3, struck out 9, only gave up 3 hits. But they were no hit by Ramczak. So they looked to get off the schneid early on in this one as they get set to face the Eagles of Almond-Bancroft and their lightning offense, especially with the top of that order. Their top 5 all hitting at least 342, 4 of them over 400. As Thomas Hunt will step into the box, left-handed hitter and the catcher today. He's hitting .622 in their games. He's driven in 14 and is also their top pitcher. For Caden Mayick, he comes in with a record of 3-1 in 20 1/3 innings. He's got 2.41 earned run average. He struck out 30 batters, walking 16 during his season. And he'll throw a strike right on the outside corner. And there's a ground ball to third. High hop. Jordan is there. Step and throw. And the stretch made by Helms for out number 1. So 2 pitches and 1 out will bring up Tanner Lamb, the second baseman. He's hitting .415 this year. Again, second on the team with 14 RBIs. So back-to-back lefties to get things started for the Cardinal defense. As that's on the outside corner at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1 to Lamb. And the top 5 of this order are very, very dangerous here in the south, as that's going to be low. Count evens up, ball and a strike to Lamb. Wind blowing in a little bit. Dimensions here at Buchholz Park, 325 down the lines, 375 dead center. There's a little pop-up to short. And Drew Kudrevich is there, and there's 2 up and 2 down for Mayick, and that'll bring up Big Dan Bumgarner, the pitcher. Dan hitting .548, leads the team. He's driven in 16. Talented family of ball players. Brother Derek playing in Middle of St. also in the Northwoods League, as that's high and tight for ball 1. Dan following in his steps, wide open stance, a lot of power, very talented on the mound as well. Very good multi-sport athlete and has been for a long time for the Eagles. That's down and away, 2-0. Seen about Dan for now for 4 years broadcasting games for other outlets. There's a strike. Was up on varsity basketball as a freshman, went from the offensive line to quarterback in football, and now on the bump for the Eagles in baseball. That's down and away back to the screen. 3-1 the count. Yeah, some clouds roll over. Caden Mayick looking for a perfect 1-2-3 to get things started. Connor Newby stands on deck if Bumgarner is able to reach. And there's strike 2 on the outer half, and we go full. Again, just a half a game separates these guys in the CWC South standings. And that's just outside. Ball 4. And the first baseman of the game is via the walk, and that'll bring up Connor Newby, the cleanup hitter. He's hitting .342 this year. He's driven in 13. The Rochelle Hornets lead the conference there, 6-0 in conference play, 12-3 overall. And there's no shock there. Rochelle has been a top-tier team in the CWC for I'm starting to think decades at this point. So, and now Minor, it'll courtesy run for Baumgartner. Let him get his arm loose. Get set for the bottom of the first. As Newby steps in, a right-handed hitter, and he'll slap one to right for a base hit. Minor's going to turn, head to third, and it will be runners at the corners as Jordan will play it on a hop. So first hit of the game goes to Newby. Now with first and third, here's Shane Klysmith, center fielder, hitting .455 this year. As Tim Sackman giving out signs to see what's going to happen if Almond does try the first and third play. As on the season, Newby has stolen one base this year. Throw back to first, back with a dive. Klysmith, slightly closed stance in that right-handed box. Almond in their green jerseys with white pants and green stripes, black shoulders. That's high and tight. Sackman's going to throw down on the wild pitch. The throw is in plenty of time, and he is out trying to steal. And the 2-6 on the putout, and the inning is over. So the Eagles get a hit, and they leave a runner. We've played 1/2 inning. Cardinals coming up at the bottom of the first after this on Zaleski Sports.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no-obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
Bottom half of inning number 1 from Buchholz Park. Cardinals heading to bat, and as they do, a quick reminder as well from our friends over at Fleet Farm that their garden center is open. Pick up your annuals, perennial shrubs, and vegetables. Plus, make your yard look great with lawn fertilizers, tools, grass seed, power equipment, lawn mowers, and more. And that's all at Fleet Farm. They're proudly serving the Midwest since 1955. Cardinals will send Cashin, Kadrevich, and Bierenkot to the plate against Dan Baumgartner in the bottom of the first. Baumgartner's 3-0 this year in his 10th game, a 1.91 earned run average. He struck out 34 and walked only 6 in 22 innings. Big, strong right-hander. Setting up his defense left to right, starting in the outfield. Left to right for Almond-Bancroft will be Ramczak, Klysmith, and Mason Mansky. Infield left to right, third to first. Huntington, Bunders, Lamb, and Newby with Hunt doing the catching for Dan Baumgartner. It'll be Bryson Cashin getting things going for the Cardinals. The speedy center fielder hitting .462. He's getting on base at a .651 clip, partly due to being hit by 11 pitches this season. And when he gets on, he is a weapon with 18 stolen bases in 15 games. Out of that leadoff spot, scored 28 runs as well. Baumgartner again working almost straight from the stretch. He comes out with the sidearm and misses it high for ball 1. Baumgartner comes set and then launches it from that side, that almost parallel sidearm angle. As there's a swing and a miss by Cashin. These two teams did play earlier last Monday in Almond. Pacelli won that one 9-6. Cashin went 1 for 2 in that game, a couple of walks, scored a couple of runs. He'll pop one up to shallow left. Ball is twisting, and that'll drop for a base hit for Bryson Cashin. That ball kept on turning toward the line and just sliced off that left-handed swing, and Cashin is aboard. Drew Kudrevich pitched that game against Almond back last Monday, went 5 innings. Asher Jordan closed it out. Cardinals had 9 runs on 11 hits in that one. That'll bring up Kudrevich. Side armor, he'll swing and a miss. So both teams with a hit today. Bryson, again, he got 18 stolen bases this year. I think he might try and run on the side armor. And there he goes. Little loop. That's going to get all the way back to the screen, and Bryson will walk into second base with a stolen base. Bumgarner kind of lobbed that one in there. I don't know if he lost the grip or maybe attempting a pitch out and missed with it. But either way, Cashin in scoring position, and Kudrevich with a 1-1 count as he'll pop one foul to the screen. 1-2 now to the Cardinal shortstop. Kudrevich hitting .479 this year. He's driven in 14. That's second on the team. He himself has also stolen 12 bases once he gets on base. Stands almost straight on in that right-handed box. And a changeup goes outside, 2-2. Brock Bierenkott sits on deck. That's a little bit high, and we go full, 3-2. For Almond, they also played yesterday. They took down Port Edwards 14-9, and that's ball 4. So Kudrevich is aboard, runners at first and second now with nobody out for Brock Bierenkott. In that game yesterday, Ramczak was on the mound. He got the win, going 5 innings, giving up 6 runs. Tanner Lamb finished it out. So now the Cardinals. That's Cashin on the run. That's pop. And that'll go toward the dugout and a foul ball. Cashin will have to go back to second. Bierenkott hitting .255. He's driven in 11. Playing right field today. Count 0-1 now. Third baseman playing even with the bag. And Huntington will slowly start to creep in. And that's down in the dirt with a breaking ball, and it's 1-1 to Bierenkott. Mayak on deck. As now the sun pokes its way back through. Expect that throughout the game. And that's outside, 2-1. Prime hit and run count here if Coach Zinke wants to send his guys in motion. Both guys big-time stolen base threats. We'll see if they can match Graydon Tasher from Nina, who ended up stealing home yesterday and drawing a balk to have the run count no matter what. There's outside, 3-1. If anyone's going to be able to steal home cleanly, it'll be Bryson Cashin. Especially if Bumgarner were to go into a windup. But now 3-1 Bierenkott. He'll slap that one foul toward the parking lot, and it's 3-2 again. Second straight batter to run it full. Bierenkott will close up the stance a little bit, chokes up on the bat about an inch. Both runners on the run, and that's inside, ball 4. So back-to-back walks. We'll bring up Cade Mayak. Cardinal starting pitcher looking to help his own cause. He's hitting a .304, and he leads the team with 20 runs batted in. He's also got the only home run this year. And man, would that be a prime spot to hit it toward the Flora in left field at the .325 mark. And he rips one to third. Step across, long throw is going to be a double play, but a run's going to score. So May grounds into a 5-3 double play. So he won't get an RBI, but the first run of the game will go in for the Cardinals. As Cashin scores, Kudrevich out of third of 5 unassisted, and that'll bring up Asher Jordan. The young third baseman hitting .277 with 12 RBIs. And as always said, the double play is a pitcher's best friend. That was perfect. That's popped up to first. On the run, Newby makes the catch, and just like that, the inning is over. So the Cardinals get a run on a hit, no errors, and they leave a runner. We have played one complete. It is 1-0 Pacelli on Zaleski Sports.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
One inning in the books here from Buchholz Park in Stevens Point. 1-0 Pacelli, each team with a hit as well. Caden Mack taking his warm-up tosses, and as he does, a quick reminder from our friends over at Point Heating, reminding you to get comfortable this spring with Point Heating and Cooling. Point Heating and Cooling is your Lennox dealer in Stevens Point and Plover with more than 100 years of making your home and your business comfortable. Sign up for planned service, receive 10% off parts, and a reminder to service your furnace and, coming up soon, your central air conditioner. Call Point Heating and Cooling at 715-345-1979. Visit online at pointheating.com. At the plate when the caught stealing happened to end the first was Shane Clysmith, and he'll start off the second. Again, the center fielder hitting .455. He's driven in 5. He'll face Caden Mack, and he'll top one over toward the mound. Make strong throw. In time. 1-3 on the putout, and there's one out here in the second. Make, the only one who could make that play, and makes a strong throw to Helms, who makes the stretch, and that'll bring up Seth Bunders, the shortstop. Seth hitting .258 this year. He's driven in 4, right-handed hitter. Stands slightly open in that right-handed box. Single batter's glove on the left hand as he'll cut through a fastball. Mick working fast, and that one misses low. 5, 6, and 7 this inning. Bunders hitting 6 today. Evan Ramczak sits on deck. Little crossfire fastball misses high. 2-1 to Bunders. Again, no miscommunication there. Getting the sign and going. And it's 2-2 as that one's called a strike on the inside corner. Top half of the second. Strike 3. Got him swinging. And there's 2 down. First strikeout of the day for Caden Mack, 31st of the season. And that'll bring up left fielder Evan Ramczak, number 21. He's hitting .167. He's driven in 10. He's got the only Eagle homer this year. As he'll pop that one fouled straight behind home plate. As again, clouds rolling right back through. Wind's shifting all the time, now blowing in slightly off to right. If you're going to try and hit one out, you're just going to be about 6 feet in the air in a line drive. 0-1 offside, 1-1 the counts. Ramczak reaches, Ty Huntington gets an at-bat. As Meg working here in the top of the second. That's popped foul a little bit off the handle, and now 1-2 to Evan Ramczak. Meg looking for a 1-2-3 inning. And he'll wave off the breaking ball. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Cardinals. No runs, no hits, nobody left aboard. An inning and a half in the books. It's Cardinals 1 and Eagles nothing.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Bottom half of the second, 1-0 Cardinals. Dan Baumgartner taking his warm-up tosses, and as he does, another reminder from our friends over at the Stevens Point Brewery, so be sure to sit back and enjoy the handcrafted sodas from the Stevens Point Brewery. They're made from 100% real sugar and high-quality ingredients. You have a variety of styles to choose from. That includes Point Root Beer, Diet Root Beer, Black Cherry, Orange, or Vanilla Cream, and Kitty Cocktail. For more than 15 years, Point Premium Root Beer has been a tradition right here in central Wisconsin. Stevens Point Brewery supports all areas student-athletes. It'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the Cardinals' batting order. Nick Helms leads things off. The first baseman hitting .282 this year. He's driven in 9. A run and a hit so far, and a couple of walks from Dan Baumgartner. But he got that double play. Really helped him out back in the first. It went 5-3. As Helms will pop one, fouling out a play down the first base side. Helms, Hammerly, and Fleece. As that one a little bit short-armed and off speed, trying to mix up the timing. Misses high and a little bit inside. Count goes to 1-1. Cardinals, as there's a strike, Cardinals play again tomorrow at Port Edwards. Friday in Beloit, they're scheduled. Season wraps up, regular season wraps up on the 7th. They'll be into Coosa then. It's got doubleheaders against La Crosse Aquinas, games against Adams Friendship, Lords. Final conference game next Tuesday. They'll be at Pittsville as there's a swing and a miss for strike 3, and Helms is retired. So again, this compressed season this year really testing the pitching arms of all these teams in the CWC who may not have the bigger rosters that a lot of the bigger schools might have. And they're playing a lot of games in a very short amount of time, as that one's outside to Ben Hammerly. Hammer hitting .148. He's driven in 3. Shown a good eye. He's got on base at a pretty good clip. So that's inside. As that one misses high, 3-0. And it's 4 straight, and it's the 3rd walk of the game. Baumgartner come in only walking 6 in 22 innings. He's got 3 here in the first 2 innings, which will bring up Peyton Fleece, the left fielder. Fleece hitting .154. He's driven in 4. And with that sidearm delivery, we'll see. It can be a little deceptive for a catcher at times. We'll see if Hammerly's in motion. He takes a big lead off first. And a strike is thrown on the outer half. 1 out here in the second. Hammerly sits on first after a walk. Couple extra steps. Hammerly not in motion. Ground ball to third. That's a fair ball. That's bobbled. And everyone is safe. I'm going to lean toward that being an E5. We'll see what it's officially ruled in the dugouts. Thanks to our friends at Game Changer. Tough top for Huntington, but if he makes that play cleanly, there's a chance at turning 2. And that's ruled an E5. As Sackman tries to pop one up on a bunt, and it's going to go back right in front of us. It almost bounces into the press box. And it's 0-1 to the Cardinal catcher. Sackman hitting .286 this year. So first error of the game gets charged to Huntington. So now runners at first and second with one down. That's outside. Bumgarner coming set awfully quick. I don't think he's considered a balk yet, but there's times where he's pretty close. That time comes set nice long time as that's popped foul and out of play. It's 1-2 to the Cardinal catcher. As that's popped foul again, Sackman stays alive. Count stays at 1-2. Cardinals getting in a lot of non-conference games going forward after this one, like we said earlier. And that just missed. Eagles thought they had it. And that's outside, and when count runs full, we'll see if Cardinals put the runners in motion. And they don't. It's popped up to center. And that's going to drop Texas Leaguer, and that's going to load the bases. That's got to drop for a hit. Second hit of the game for the Cardinals, and now the bases are loaded for the top of the order in Cashin. A tough play for Lamb, the rare left-handed second baseman. Almost got there, but the ball, again, wind blowing in, the ball just died. And he just could not quite get there, maybe a half a step short. And here's Cashin. He singled and scored back in the first. And now with solid speed on the bases, you got to wonder if Bryson might try and drop one down, get the safety squeeze. And that's outside. So far, Bumgarner's command is not quite there right now. He's missing a little bit outside. Lamb playing about halfway in at second as Cashin cuts through that one, and it's 1-1. Big spot for the Cardinals. Almost no chance you're turning two on Cashin. So play might be at home if it's a hard hit ground ball. Line drive over the glove of Lamb and into right field. That's going to score at least one. And it's going to bring in two. As it's 3-1 Cardinals. $3-0 Cardinals. Sackman goes first to third. That'll bring up Kadrevich. So the error comes around to score. That's one where Lamb was playing about halfway in at second base. If he's playing back normal depth or even double play depth, he probably catches that ball. And it could have been a potential double play. But it goes over his head, and that's foul tipped as Cashin was on the run. So 2 runs in on a couple of hits with 1 out here in the second. I think Cashin will just keep on running. Sam Grivach as well is courtesy running for Sackman. So he's on third. That run to Bumgarner, the second run that scored, that is one unearned. It reached on the air from Fleece. Cashin already going. Strike 2, and there is no chance of throwing out Bryson Cashin. And that gets him to 20 on the season. Ground ball to short. That's skipped over the glove. Cashin around third. He will score as 2 more runs score. as Kurdrevich will get 1 RBI. We'll see if they give him a second one. And it's 5-0 Cardinals. Took a rough hop on Bunders. We'll see if they mark that a hit or an error. Which will bring up Bierencott. And he'll ground one to third off the end of the bat. Barehand play. Huntington gets the throw in time for out number 2. Kurdrevich takes second. And here comes in Caden Mayick, 8th hitter to bat this inning, 4 runs in. And a little pop up to second, and that's going to be caught out there to end the inning. But the Cardinals score 4 on 2 hits. There's a couple of errors and 2 runners left. We've played 2. It is 5-0 Pacelli.
Rooftech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. Rooftech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. Rooftech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. Rooftech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See Rooftech online at rooftechllc.com or Rooftech LLC on Facebook.
2 innings in the books, your line score, no runs on a hit with 2 errors for Almond-Bancroft so far. 5 runs on 3 hits for the Cardinals. They have not committed an error yet today as Caden Mayick takes his warm-up tosses. And as he does, another reminder from our friends at Draxler Transport. Draxler's got flatbed driving opportunities. They pay you 5 cents per mile premium over van. At Draxler Transport, drivers are always home for their requested time off. Draxler Transport's a family-oriented company. They'll treat you like family, so visit DraxlerTransport.com to apply today. It'll be 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Eagles here in the third. Huntington, Mansky, and Hunt against Caden Mayick. Mayick's given up a hit, struck out 2 with a walk here in his first couple of innings. A couple of rough bounces that last inning for Almond-Bancroft. The E5 on Fleas that took a tough stop at Huntington. Sackman's little Texas League fly ball that dropped. And another bat hop that led to the E6, scored a couple of runs. And so when you look for Bumgarner, only 2 of his runs have been earned. As there's a strike to Ty Huntington, and it's 0-1. He's hitting 194 this year out of third base. And he'll cut through that one, and it's 0-2. Really a 3-team race in the CWC South this year. These two teams in the Rochold Hornets, as that's inside. Tried to hit that inside corner and lock him up. Huntington with an open stance. And he'll chop that one foul behind home plate. Mayick only had 27 pitches here in the third. Of course, we got other games going on as well throughout our Zaleski Sports Broadcast Network. And there's a swing and a miss. He cut through that one, and it's 3 straight retired via the punch-out for Mayick. And that'll bring up Mason Mansky, the right fielder. He's hitting 182 this year. Of course, other games going on right now. We got track and field for the Marshfield Tigers. Spash Panthers softball. They're hosting DC Everest. And Pacelli Cardinals softball hosting Almond-Bancroft over at WIAA. As there's a swing and a miss to Mansky. That one's chopped foul off the home plate. Will roll toward the on-deck circle in the Cardinal dugout, and it's 0-2. Make working from the windup. Half swing. They say he wins. Strike 3. And there's 2 outs. Don't know if that was a strike or looking. It was an emphatic punch out by the home plate umpire. Either way, Mayak struck out 4 consecutive, which will bring up Thomas Hunt, the catcher. He's grounded out to third his first time up. 1 hopper to Asher Jordan. And that is a strikeout swinging, as that one misses for ball 1. And Thomas Hunt, the ideal leadoff hitter, 622 hitter coming in, 691 on base. Not afraid to work the count as he takes a strike there. 1-1. As he rips that one foul. It bounces back towards second base. Let's say where the second baseman is playing. I'll throw it back into Caden. Count 1-2. Outside, 2-2. Make again, working fast. Already back on the pitching rubber, and he gets the sign he wants from Sackman. And the 2-2. Chopped to third in the hole. There will be no play. It's an infield single. So Hunt's aboard. He's stolen 7 bases this year. Now that'll bring up Tanner Lamb. Lamb popped up to short his first time up. Little looping fly ball that went to Kadrevich. Throw back to first and back standing. A little bit of a delayed reaction. It was closer than it probably should have been. And a foul back, and it's 0-1 to Tanner Lamb. Lamb trying to get Bumgarner at bat. So we play in the top of the third. Lamb takes one high, and it's 1-1. Lamb 1-1. He came in at .415 this year. As there's a strike, and it's 1-2. And not a big lead over at first base. Don't think he's going anywhere. And that gets behind Sackman, and that will allow the runner to reach second base on the passed ball. Now runner in scoring position for the Eagles. They did have runners at the corners back in the first, but on a ball that got away just a little bit, Newby was thrown out, and there's a strikeout. They secure it, and the inning is over. So with a hit sandwiched around it, Mayak strikes out the side. No runs on a hit. They do leave a runner. And we have played 2.5. It's 5-0 in favor of the Pacelli Cardinals.
Valley Communities Credit Union wants you to know that buying a home has never been easier. With mortgage rates as low as 2.49% APR, financing your home has never been more affordable.
With Valley Communities Credit Union, we have low closing costs, local servicing, and underwriting.
We will make it simple and secure from beginning to end.
Call, click, or visit one of our 5 locations
And let our team show you why membership matters at VCCU.
Bottom half of the third from Buchholz Park in Stevens Point. Pacelli Cardinals lead this one 5-0 as the Eagles wait for their catcher to get loose or get his gear on. And wait for Baumgartner to go out and throw his warm-up tosses. And as he does, quick reminder as well from our friends at Spectrum Benefit. Spectrum Benefit Solutions, they have offices in Wausau, Stevens Point, Wisconsin Rapids, Medford, and in Spencer. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with hundreds of clients of all sizes to help find and attract and retain the best employees. So find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started today. Taking a look at some of the other games going on here on the Zaleski Sports Network. From WIAA Park, Pacelli Cardinals softball, they currently lead Almond-Bancroft in the bottom of the third 2-0. You can watch that game going to ZaleskiSports.com. DC Everest leads Spash 4-2 in softball. Right now that game in the top of the 6th. And track and field going on as well up in Marshfield. Leading off will be Asher Jordan for the Cardinals. He popped up to first to end that first inning in foul ground. Newby chased it down in the dirt warning track just before the Cardinal dugout. Facing Dan Baumgartner, he's given up 5 runs, only 2 of which have been earned today. A couple of errors as there's a strike. A couple of errors back in that second inning led to 4 Cardinal runs. As that's going to bounce in. Ball and a strike. Foul tip off the catcher. 1-2 to Jordan. Jordan, one of the bright young stars of this team. The young freshman playing third base today, hitting 5th in the order. It'll be Jordan, Helms, and Hammerly. And he'll hit a little topping ground ball to third. Huntington off balance, thrown away, and Jordan will turn back and get back to first safely. That's going to be an infield single. No chance to throw him out. So that ball slowed down on the grass. 4th hit of the game for the Cardinals will bring up Helms. He struck out swinging back in the second. As that one misses for ball 1. Double play depth as snap throw back to first. It's thrown into right field, and Jordan will get to second. That'll be an E2. 3rd error of the day for the Eagles. He threw it over Newby's head in down the right field line. So now a runner at second with nobody out for Helms. We'll see if they try and move him to third. That's high. 3-0. Again, Baumgartner came in only with 6 walks attributed to him. He's already got 3 today. And there's a strike. And there's ball 4. Another walk puts runners at first and second now with nobody out for Hammerly. He walked and scored back in the second. Eagles need to put up a 0 in this inning. Can't allow the big inning a lot of room between first and second as well as that misses down and away. Lamb holding the runner, which is not something you too often see with a left-handed hitter up. Usually that's going to be the shortstop's play. Especially now with Newby holding the runner at first. So there's a lot of room between first and second as there's strike 1. Definitely a bizarre, usually I don't expect the runner to be held as that's outside. Good play by Thomas Hunt to keep it in front of him. 2-1. Ground ball back to second. Flip back, and there won't be a play on the return, so a fielder's choice puts runners at the corners with one out. 4-6 the out at second to bring up Peyton Fleece. Fleece reached on an error and scored back in the second, an E5 on a tough hop for Ty Huntington, couldn't quite handle it. Runner going, or he bluffs as that one misses in. So he bluffed taking second. We'll see if they put Hammerly in motion this time. No, and he will, again, just take kind of a walking lead, and that one misses high and a bit outside for ball 2. 5-0 Cardinals here in the third. And there's a strike. Top part of the zone, inner half. Double play depth up the middle. Being held on at first and third. Ground ball to short, could be 2. 6, 4, and the return is nowhere close. It'll be an RBI fielder's choice for Fleece. And so with 2 outs, Cardinals get another run. It's 6-0 for Tim Sackman. He singled and scored back in the third. And a little bit of a slow roller, but that's one of the ones where when you have a left-handed second baseman, tough to make that return throw. He's got to turn back toward first. Little looping liner to third is caught, and the inning is over. But the Cardinals do get another run on a hit. There was an error and a runner left. We've played 3 complete. It is 6-0 Pacelli on your high school home for sports, Zaleski Sports.
Incentive to get started at Mid-State Technical College? 1, 2, 3 for free can save up to $900 on tuition. Start this summer if you'd like. No catches, no application fee or essays to write. 1, 2, 3 for free at Mid-State. Get started at mstc.edu.
When you get moving again, be safe and ready to go. Use your stimulus or tax return to save up to $150 on a select set of 4 Goodyear tires at Sherrill Tire and Service Center.
Get your car done right.
Our nice weather is precious. Don't let mosquitoes stop your family from enjoying a minute of it. Prepare, prevent, and protect with Mosquito Escape. Call or click today.
Getting set up for the top of inning number 4, Caden Mayick back on the mound, and as he does, a reminder from our friends over at Felt's Dairy. They're located at the Crossroad Commons in Stevens Point. Felt's Dairy is a family-friendly experience. They serve your favorite cheeses, ice cream, meats, and more, all grown right here in central Wisconsin. Felt's Dairy is open Monday through Saturday, 24/7 on Facebook. Throw down from Tim Sackman, who ended that last inning for the Cardinals. So far, 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors for Pacelli today, no runs on a couple of hits, and 3 errors for Almond-Bancroft. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 in the Eagle order: Baumgartner, Newby, and Clysmith. Against Caden Mayick. Baumgartner, the starting pitcher today, drew a walk back in the 4th, was stranded over on 3rd. And he'll rip one into right on the run. Slicing play, sliding catch made, and it's dropped. And so he will reach. I thought it was caught, but when he slid, it must have short hopped. And so Baumgartner will reach. And he almost got thrown out at first. The Miner now run for him. We'll see how the official scoring goes. And they're going to call it an E9 from the Cardinal dugout, as that ball had a lot of slice on it. Either way, very small lead at first for Miner. As Connor Newby steps up, he singled, and he'll take a strike. Singled and was caught stealing back in the first, trying to advance on a wild pitch. 2-6 on that one back in the first. That ended the first. So that's popped foul out of play, and it's 0-2 to the cleanup hitter and first baseman for the Eagles today. Newby, fourth on the team with 13 RBIs this season, coming into today, hitting .342. As for a few of these today, some tough luck errors. As that strike 3 called, throwback to first, and Miner was already standing on first base, so no harm done there. Sixth strikeout for Caden Mayak today. The last 6 outs have all been recorded via the punch out. As again, a few tough luck errors, a couple bad hops on the infield for Elman. That time there's a chopper right back to Mayak. 1, and he'll just take the out at first for out number 2. So Bumgarner Miner will advance to second. But again, that play by Bierenkot. Some tough scoring from the coaching staff over the dugouts. That ball was slicing hard, but he had a glove on it. And believe in the old axiom, get a glove on it, got to catch it. And now Seth Bunders with 2 outs will take a strike. He was squaring to drop a bunt down. He struck out swinging back in the second. And that time he'll bunt 1 foul, and it's 0-2. Bunders, not only these multi-sport athletes, extremely good basketball player for the Eagles. It has been for a couple of years now. So now 0-2. Strike 3 called. Complete with the flourish from the home plate umpire. 7 strikeouts for Mayak, and the inning is over. No runs, no hits. There was an error and a runner left. We're halfway through this one. 3.5 in the books. It is 6-0 Cardinals.
Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Bottom half of inning number 4 for the Pacelli Cardinals. They lead this one 6-0, and as they do, reminder as well from our friends over at Valley Communities Credit Union, because it's never too early to start teaching the value of saving. Your youngsters can learn today with a Valley Communities Credit Union Kids Club or Teen Savings Club membership. We make saving fun and easy with prizes for making deposits and getting good grades. So stop in to one of our 5 locations at Mosinee, Cronenweder, Marshfield, Stevens Point, and Wisconsin Rapids to open an account for your kids today. That's at Valley Communities Credit Union. It's going to be the top of the order. Cashin, Kadrevich, and Bierenkot as Jerry Lee Lewis welcomes Bryson Cashin to the box. Cashin 2 for 2 as that's down and in. And that hit him. So for the 12th time this year, Bryson Cashin has had a baseball hit him in that left-handed box. And now let the games begin on the bases. As here comes Kadrevich. Drew 0 for 1, reached on an error. Driven in a run. That's a fly ball to center. Running catch made by Clysmith. And there's out number 1. Well, that's one way to keep Cashin at first, get a 1-pitch out. As here comes Brock Bierenkot. Brock's 0 for 1, grounded out to third his second time up. Drew a walk back in the first. Cashin running. High fly ball to left. Still going that, and that's going to get over his head. That ball kept going. And they'll keep Cashin at third. It's a 1-out double. That ball kept going with the wind now shifting a little bit toward left as the game has gone on. No fault of the left fielder that time, Ramczak. I thought for a second he was camped under it. The ball hung in the air a long time, but it just kept carrying and carrying. Ended up about 5 feet away from the warning track, would finally hit the ground. So now second and third. And that's down and away to Caden Mayick. Mayick 0 for 2 today. Ground into a double play back in the first that did bring in a run, but no RBI. He also popped to second. Ground ball to third, and that's bobbled by Huntington. And everyone's safe. So we'll have an E5 again. Brings in the 7th run of the game. Now runners at the corners. We'll see if they give Cade an RBI on that one. Casher was running on contact. I think Huntington was trying to make the play at home and just took his eye off the baseball for a second. Ended up off the tip of his glove. So here comes Asher Jordan. Jordan singled and scored back in the third. Throw back to third, and back with a dive is Brock Bierencott. So Mayick does get an RBI on that, as you can't assume the out at home. But it is an E5 that gets him on base, and there's a foul back. So 7 runs on 4 hits. They have 5 errors listed for Almond-Bancroft, as they gave the Bierencott hit an error over and left. That's down and away. And that's a rough luck error to give the left fielder on Bierencott's fly ball. I'm not going to do that. Line drive to shallow center. That's going to drop for an RBI single. So Bierencott comes in to score. Jordan with the RBI single. His second hit of the day. And that'll bring up Nick Helms. Helms 0 for 1, drew a walk back in the third. And he will pop one up. Infield fly rule is called. It'll drop, but it doesn't matter there. Infield fly called. And 2 outs for Ben Hammerly. Ben is 0 for 1. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the third, walked and scored back in the second. So that's outside. 71 pitches for Dan Baumgartner here through 3 2/3. Pop up to short as it drifts back in, but the catch is made by Bunders, and that will end the inning. So the Cardinals get a couple of more runs on 2 hits. There was an error, and they leave 2. 4 in the books. It's 8-0 in favor of the Pacelli Cardinals.
Hi, this is Jill from Home Furniture and Design. Since 1970 and 4 generations, our family has been proudly offering quality furniture like Lazy Boy, Serta, and the Amish to Central Wisconsin. We also offer free in-home design with our professionally trained designers to help you create a space that is uniquely yours, whether it's just a sofa or the entire home. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love Home Furniture. West Grand Avenue, Wisconsin Rapids, and Post Road in Plover.
Top half of inning number 5, Caden Mayick getting set for his 5th inning of work, and as he does, a quick word from our friends over at Awards and More. They're your one-stop location for awards, plaques, trophies, embroidery, screen printing, and promotional products. Awards and More is also the proud sponsor of the Zaleski Sports Athlete of the Month. Visit Awards and More on Facebook to begin your next trophy order. And of course, stay tuned following the game this afternoon for your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. As long as the score holds, we'll talk to Coach Sankey and a Cardinal player, get him in our highlight house tonight. As right now, I kind of lead toward potentially talking to Asher Jordan, maybe Bryson Cashin. as it will be Evan Ramczak leading things off. He got caught swinging back in the second. Caden Mayek at exactly 50 pitches through 4, as that misses high and a little bit outside. As there's a strike on the outer half. And again, it helps up here in the press box to have a vocal and boisterous umpire. Lets us know exactly what the call is. As there's a swing and a miss. Mayek with 7 strikeouts today. He has walked a batter. Given up 2 hits. That's fouled off. And there's a swing and a miss on the high fastball, and there's strikeout number 8 for Mayek. That's 8 of the last 9 outs recorded have been via the punch-out. The other one was a comebacker to Mayek. So he's been essentially responsible for most of the last 3 innings of work defensively. As a check swing, they're going to appeal, and he didn't go. 1-0 to Ty Huntington. He struck out swinging back in the 3rd. Playing here in the top of the 5th from Buchholz Park. Caden Mayek throwing a 2-hitter so far. As that's 2-0. As the Assumption Royals up 6-0 on Newman in softball in the 4th inning. Royals number 1 in the state. Trying to keep their undefeated season going, as there's a swing and a miss. Cardinals come in ranked 2nd in the state in softball. The recent coaches poll, as there's a swing and a miss. 2-2 to Huntington. As I'll double check, news poll should have come out fairly recently. I will check both baseball and softball polls here in the 5th. As foul tipped off the handle. So we'll start with baseball. Look at the most recent coaches poll. That were released yesterday. Look at teams that we cover. That's popped foul out of play down the first base side. Look for some notable teams. Pacelli's going to have some tough competition going forward, as Adams Friendship, number 10 in D2, they'll be playing them soon. Aquinas in D3, they're ranked 3rd. That's going to be a Cardinal opponent coming up, and there's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that's 9. And 9 of 10 for Caden Mayek. Stratford coming in, they're ranked 8th in Division 3. Rothschild, number 7 in Division 4. Edgar, number 3 in that poll as well. So that's fouled off by Mason Mansky. As we look toward the softball diamonds, those rankings have not been released for this week yet. Those should be released later on this evening. But as of last week, in softball, as Mayek gets a swing and a miss, and it's 0-2 to Mansky. The Assumption Royals were number 1 in Division 5. The Pacelli Cardinals number 2. And Almond-Bancroft came in at number 5 in Division 5. There's going to be a fun battle in the WIAA tournament for softball in next month. Could we see a Cardinal Royal State Championship game? That would be a lot of fun, and you can bet we will be there. That's fouled off. A couple of veteran teams with a lot of top-tier talents, ranked again 1 and 2 in Division 5. Coach Cardinal softball right now, also on here on Zaleski Sports. They're taking Almond-Bancroft as their strike 3 called with a big curveball. And Caden Mayek now carving everybody up. A perfect 1-2-3 inning. He struck out the side. Head to the bottom of the fifth. Cardinals a couple of runs from ending this one. We'll be back with the bottom of the fifth on Zaleski Sports. It's 8-0 Pacelli.
Are you living with a prosthesis that is causing discomfort or pain? You have options, and I'm here to help. Hi, my name is Shai. I'm the owner of Next Step Prosthetics in Marshfield. You have a choice where you go for prosthetic care. My focus and specialty is providing a prosthesis that you enjoy wearing to help you get your life back. Why wait another day? Call to set up a free, no obligation evaluation. Let's take the next step together to a better life.
Bottom half of the fifth. Dan Bumgarner back out for his fifth inning of work. 8-0 Cardinals. A quick update as well from WIAA. It is 4-0 Pacelli softball in that battle of number 2 versus number 5. Lately Almond-Bancroft 4-0 top half of the fifth. But the Eagles with a fly ball to center ends that inning on a little pop-up. It stays 4-0. There were 2 on for that one. You can check that out again on Zaleski Sports. Another game going on as well. DC Everest playing Spash. It was in softball. It was 4-0 Everest. And that one, the bottom of the 7th, this one looks to maybe be coming to an end. So we'll keep you guys updated on that softball game as well for as long as this one's going on, as it will be the bottom of the order. As Bumgarner drops in a strike to Peyton Fleece. Peyton's 0 for 2, drove in a run on a fielder's choice back in third, scored after reaching out an error back in the second. As he fouls that one off, and it's 0-2 for the Cardinal left fielder today. It'll be Fleece, Sackman, and Cashin. It looks like Jerry Hours sits on deck. He'll pinch hit. Little hanger, fly ball to shallow center. The call and the catch from Cly Smith, and there's one out. So Auer will pinch hit. Jerry this year hitting .600. He's 3 for 5. With for the season, of his 3 hits, he's got 1 of each of the base hits. He's a home run short of the season cycle. So if Jerry can turn on one, maybe down that right field line to 325 mark, it would make definitely for a fun story. As he will sub in for Tim Sackman. You got to think Sackman will re-enter, and if it gets to a 6th inning. And again, keeping an eye on things. Ground ball back up the middle. And a base hit. So Jerry this year is hitting .667 now, 4 of 6. I want to find him some at-bats. There's a seeing eye single, and here's Cashin. Cashin 2 for 2. He scored 3 runs, driven in a couple, stolen a couple of bases. Was hit by a pitch last time up. So Bryson definitely one of the guys on our short list of guys put in our highlight house today. I'll talk with my producer Vinny and who we have already talked to this season. There's a little pop-up foul out of play. So Bryson, that on base, going to keep on climbing. He came in at .651 on base. He reached base all 3 times today. A couple of singles. As a little changeup drops in the outside corner. 0-2 to Bryson. Drevich sits on deck. as he'll stay alive, and that one's almost stuck in the screen above home plate, eventually dropped. Count stays 0-2 to the Cardinal center fielder. Bryson looking to find a gap. Line drive up the middle, base hit for Bryson. He's 3 for 3. Auer will turn and head to third, and he will take third. Some good base running from Jerry Auer. And Cashin, 3 for 3, reaches first. Now here's Drew Kadrevich. We'll see if they mark anything on the play that gets Auer to third, or if there's just, look like he was going either way, but a slight bobble in center. And they just first and third. Kadrevich line ground ball short under the glove. Auer scores. So an RBI single for Drew Kadrevich. And now with Bierenkot or Sam Grivach will pinch hit. Ground ball to the outfield will probably end this game with Cashin running. 9-0 Cardinals looking to wrap this one up. Grivach chopper to second. Land for 6. There won't be a return. So fielder's choice, and Grivach will reach. So Kadrevich erased on 4-6. And here comes Caden Mayick. Mayick 0 for 3 with an RBI today. Reached on an error his last time up. Baumgartner at 82 pitches. And we'll see if they make a move with one batter left. Mayick, essentially with this batter, only to describe, unless it's a walk or a hit by pitch, the game will either end with Mayick or will go to a 6th. Unless there's a walk or a hit batter. But Coach Trzynski talking to his guys. And Baumgartner will stay in there. Infield playing back. They're playing, or about halfway, I should say. And here comes Mayick. Caden with his 21st RBI, last time up back in the 4th. So he looks to end it here. That's inside, ball 1. If Mayick walks or gets hit by a pitch, that will bring up Jordan. And he pops it up, fouling out a play over the press box. 1-1 the count. Mayick trying to, in a few ways, save that right arm. Hasn't thrown very many pitches so far today in this one. 67. That's inside. 2-1. Sidewinder misses high. 3-1. A bit outside as well. Cashin at third, Grivach at first. And Mayick slaps one foul down the first base side. Count goes full, so Mayick will be on the move. Mayick was chasing ball 4 there. He wants to get that hit on the score sheet. He's 0 for 3 today. Double play, a pop-up and an error. Full count, 2 outs. Grivach will be on the move with the pitch, and there he goes. And a swing and a miss. They got to secure it, and they do on a little bit of a wide throw, and we will go to a 6th inning. So Mayick Ends up being the second strikeout for Bumgarner, but the Cardinals do get a run on 3 hits. No errors, and they leave 2. We've played 5. It's 9-0 Cardinals.
Little Sprouts is now open in Rudolph with the same great child care you know about in Auburndale. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
The community here in Rudolph has been extremely welcoming, and we're excited to serve here just like we do up in Auburndale. Part of the process is to help out the school districts and to help the children stay, their 4K children to stay close and get services right here. We serve here in Rudolph 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds, and up in Auburndale we serve 6 weeks old until 12-year-olds.
Our Auburndale pea pods, wiggle worms, busy bees, and fireflies welcome the Rudolph sweet potatoes, lovely ladybugs, and beautiful butterflies. Contact Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Top of the 6th due up for the Cardinal defense. Caden Meg back out there. Quick update as well from WIAA Park. Still 4-0 Cardinals, top half of the 6th. Again, top 5 matchup in Division 5. Cardinals and Eagles. Pacelli coming in number 2 in the most recent Coaches Bowl that came out last Tuesday. Almond-Bancroft, the girls were number 5. Both trying to chase down the Assumption Royals in softball. Now a runner on with in the top of the 6th, but now top 6 for the Cardinals. As it'll be the top of the order, and there's a strike to Thomas Hunt. Hunt 1 for 2 today, singled in the 3rd. That's a bit high, and it's 1-1. He slaps that one foul toward the shelters down the third base side. Count 1-2 to Thomas Hunt. Top of the order for the Eagles. Mayak with 10 strikeouts today and a walk, giving up 2 hits. Ground ball to short. Kadrevich high throw is going to be long. It's going to be an infield single as Thomas had beaten the throw. 3rd hit. As that'll bring up Tanner Lamb. He's 0 for 2 today. A little looping pop up to short back in the 1st. He struck out back in the 3rd. Mayak at 71 pitches so far through 5+. Out of the stretch, hits the corner for strike 1. And that's Lamb reaches for that, slaps it foul. It's 0-2 to the Eagles' second baseman today. So far hits today, 3 for the Eagles, 2 by Hunt and 1 by Newby. That was back in the 1st. Throw back, and he's back standing. Swing and a miss on the breaking ball, and there's out number 1. There's 11 for Mayak today. That'll bring up Bumgarner. He's 0 for 1, reached on an error back in the 4th, drew a walk back in the 1st. Curveball stays up, 1-0. So that stays high as well, 2-0. Newby sits on deck. There's a strike, 2-1. Get another update as well in the softball diamond. It's 4-1 Pacelli. Back in the top of the 6th. Nobody out and a runner on for the Eagles. They're batting right now. That's outside, 3-1 to Baumgartner. Strike 2 call. Then also in the other game going on, it looks like that one's gone final. DC Everett's taking on the Smash Panthers 4-2. You also see Marshfield Tiger track and field as that's a fly ball into left center field gap. That'll get over the head of Cashin and one hop the fence. They'll hold the runner at third, so second and third on the booming double from Dan Baumgartner. That'll bring up Newby. And they're going to have him run for himself. That's popped foul out of play from Connor Newby. Newby's 1 for 2 today. Singled back in the first, got caught stealing, and then struck out looking back in the fourth. That's popped up, and that'll get out of play. So into Newby, this would be a big strikeout if May can punch him out here. Best chance of this game so far for the Eagles to get some runs across. Second and third, 1 out. With your cleanup hitter up, he'll chop one to third. Jordan will make the catch. It cannot be dug out, and a run will score. I think that's going to go down as an E5. On the throw, a little bit of a short hop. Helms couldn't quite make the scoop. That'll bring up Shane Clysmith. He is grounded back to Mayick twice. There's a swing and a miss. First and third, 1 out, a run in. That's popped up in foul ground, and it's caught out there by Helms for out number 2. And that has actually scored an infield single. So they gave Newby an infield single on that. And that play to Jordan. Saying he's beaten out the throw either way. As Bunders drops a bunt down right back to Mayick, he'll step and throw, and the inning is over. So that will end it, but the Eagles get a run on 3 hits. No errors, and they leave 2 aboard. 5.5 complete. It's now 9-1 Pacelli.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. RoofTech LLC specializes in commercial roof coatings and spray foam. RoofTech also services the entire state of Wisconsin. That's right, from La Crosse to Milwaukee, Eau Claire to Green Bay, Superior, Marshfield, Kenosha, Madison, Sheboygan, and everywhere in between. RoofTech uses superior systems that can fully restore just about any roof in Wisconsin. RoofTech is offering modern solutions for your roof's data dilemmas. See RoofTech online at rooftechllc.com or RoofTech LLC on Facebook.
Bottom of the 6th. Cardinals looking for a couple of runs. So the official line score as listed by the Pacelli book. A run on 5 hits with 5 errors for Almond-Bancroft. 9 runs on 8 hits and an error. New pitcher in the game as well for Almond-Bancroft. Looks to be Bunders. Looks like is that number 4? So Bumgarner goes 5. He'll move over to first. So throw down. It will be Bunders to throw. So Bumgarner's line, he went 5 innings, 8 hits, 9 runs, 4 earned. He walked 4 and struck out 2. Also threw 1 wild pitch and hit 1 batter. And so it'll be Asher Jordan leading things off. And that'll miss for ball 1. Jordan 2 for 3 today. A couple of singles. He's driven in a run and scored a run. Two and nothing to Jordan. That's down and away, 3-0. See if I can get some numbers up for the Eagles. For Seth Bunders. Newby moves to short, Bumgarner to first, and there's a strike. As there's a walk, Jordan's aboard. So for Bunders, this is his 3rd appearance. He's thrown 3 2/3 innings, an ERA of 19.09. He's walked 10, struck out 4. He's given up 18 runs, 10 of which have been earned. As that will bring up Mayick. Or sorry, not Mayick, that'll bring up Nick Helms, I should say. As that one misses for ball 1. Helms today, 0 for 2. Drew a walk back in the 3rd. That's going to be a wild pitch, and that'll get the runner to second. So Jordan on second now after he drew the walk. Count 2-0. Ground ball to second. Lamb steps, throws, and he throws it high. And he's safe. Pulled him off. And Helms is aboard on the E4. Bumgarner incredulous on the play, thought he kept the bag. But either way, runners at the corners. And it looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter. Ben Westrick will pinch hit for Hammerly. Ben today was 0 for 2, drew a walk and scored. Westrick this year is 0 for 4, 0 for 3. Got another quick update as well over at WIAA. It's 4-1 Cardinals, bottom of the 6th in softball. Again, that top 5 matchup. Here from Buchholz Park, that's going to get back to the screen, but no advance. Cardinals will stay at their bases. Runners at the corners, nobody out. It was a walk and an error. Westrick has that stance closed up in the right-handed box, standing pretty far back. Ground ball to short. Throw to cross is dropped. So Westrick's aboard. He'll get an RBI. And it's 10-1 with runners now on first and second. And we'll see how they rule it. That's the one that could be a hit or an error, and that one goes high to Fleece. Peyton 0 of 3 today. And that's going to be an E6. That's popped up, fouling out of play. So Westrick does get an RBI on the play, because they were not trying to turn. So 1-1, or 2-1, I should say, the count to Peyton Fleece. Fleece looking to get another base hit. That one's high. 3-1. Sackman back on deck. He re-entered for our. That's fouled off. Count goes full. That's down low, and that will be a walk. So a couple of walks, a couple of errors, and it's now up to Tim Sackman with nobody out. And yeah, I think at this point you got to bring the infield in. Any sort of sack fly, base hit, walk, error brings it in. There's a wild pitch, and then runners will hold. And now one more update from WIAA. They head to the top of the 7th. Cardinals 3 outs away from having a baseball-softball sweep over the Eagles today. That's high, 2-0. And it's high. Bunder's definitely not one of their top go-to pitchers this season. He's only thrown 3 2/3, and ERA of 19. And there's a strike. 3-1. As he gets some cloud cover rolling in. And the game is over. Ball 4. That will wrap things up. An RBI, bases loaded walk for Tim Sackman. And in 6 innings, the Cardinals will take this one 11-1. So now we'll step aside. Stay tuned. Your Nasonville Dairy post-game shows coming up next on your high school home for sports, Zaleski Sports.
Nasonville Dairy, family owned and operated, bringing you fresh cheese curds made daily, along with many other varieties of Wisconsin-made cheeses and treats. Don't forget to check out our cheese and sausage trays for your upcoming parties and cheese and sausage gift packages for the holiday season or any other special occasion. Nasonville Dairy, located just southwest of Marshfield on US Highway 10, NasonvilleDairy.com. All right, so we're here with Kim Hyman. Kim, Nasonville Dairy, 125 years in the making. Tell us about that.
You know, it's fantastic. It was the first plant built in Wood County back in 1885. Sal Nason and his family came here, and they started a small dairy plant. Eventually that plant burnt down, but then they rebuilt onto this same facility, and our family moved here in the late 60s in 1968 and took it over from there, and it's been just a fantastic growth. Great community, great people we have working for us. Oh, it's an open market. It's huge. You know, the opportunity for the diversity in the cheese industry is fantastic, and you have to be that way in order to sell a lot of product. And so we've got a great group of people working on the research and development side for us. So it's been really fortunate for us. Oh, right. We have 185 farm families that market their milk through us here at Nasonville Dairy. And we are so lucky we have like the best dairy farms in not only in central Wisconsin, but in the United States, marketing milk through us. So we're just really fortunate on that side.
Actually, we started in 1968. Our father brought us here from another cheese plant in Wisconsin. We had come from the cheese business. We've always been in the business. We had moved around the state in different parts. He brought us here about that time. The plant ran 7,500 pounds of milk at that time, and now runs about 1.5 million a day. So. We originally started out with making cheddar, and now we make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmers Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Friar, Seco, Parma, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflettieri, Cafla Graviera, as well as making some Gouda Edam and a little bit of Munster on occasion.
Welcome back to Buchold Park. Your final score today was 11-1-6 for the Pacelli Cardinals. They jump into second place in the CWC South. Time now for the Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Again, they've got fresh cheese curds and they're made daily. So go to NasonvilleDaily.com for your order today. Final line scores for Almond-Bancroft: 1 run on 5 hits, 7 errors, 10 runs, 8 hits and an error for the Cardinals, as we're joined by third baseman Asher Jordan. Asher, 2 for 3 today, a couple of runs scored. You drove in 1, played a solid third base. I guess kind of break down what you saw yourself today.
Well, it's just good to get back on track as a team. You know, we lost like 3 in a row, but it's good to get back on the winning column. And I just was seeing the ball pretty well today after that first at-bat, and I just think all around it was a pretty good game.
For sure, and of course, as the season's going on, you've been kind of creeping up the lineup, getting a little bit more trust at third base. Had you on the mound a couple of times. I guess kind of break down what you've been seeing from your coaches that helps them build that trust in you.
Yeah, I just think I've just been putting in the work, and I've made some mistakes, but you know, you just can't get down on yourself, and you just got to keep going, and I just think that's what helped me.
For sure, and of course, after a tough game yesterday against Rothschild, they're always a great team, but coming back in a big win against a team that was just ahead of you in the standings, got another one coming up tomorrow, and still quite a bit of season left. How are you guys going to try and build off of this one and try and get going forward? Maybe try and catch Rothschild in that conference championship race.
Yeah, we're just going to try and keep just playing as a team and playing good, and we're just going to keep trying to focus on the playoffs, and we're going to try and get that 2 seed in conference, and we're just going to go from there and just see how it goes in the playoffs. And
I guess talk about what you've learned from some of these guys. I mean, there's a veteran team. Obviously, guys like Drew and Bryson are juniors. Caden is senior. Nick is senior. Yes, talk about what you're learning from these guys as you start to creep your way forward in Pacelli Cardinals history.
Yeah, they've just been really good to me. They've just taught me the ways of how we do it here at Pacelli, and I just think they're going to be a really help for me, and they've already helped me a lot, and it's going to be good going down the road for my career.
All right, so we're going to do one final thing for you. I'm going to give you the microphone. You're going to have you look at the camera. We'll have you say your name and that you're in the house, all right?
All right.
All right, so we'll have you stand right by home plate here. We'll begin to set up the shot. All right, we'll go 3, 2, 1.
I'm Asher Jordan, and I'm in the house.
All right, Asher. Well done. Congratulations again. There's our highlight house player of the game, Asher Jordan of the Pacelli Cardinals. They take this one in 6 innings, 11-1 your final. We're going to take another break. We'll come back and give you guys the final scores and final line scores, maybe an update from WIAA as well, and a chance, hopefully in a couple of minutes, to talk to Coach Sankey as well, right down here on your high school home for sports in the Nasonville Dairy postgame show, Zaleski Sports.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids. Bauer & Fine Business Technologies is your complete office technology solution. For 60 years, Bauer & Fine Business Technologies has been serving school districts, municipalities, counties, religious organizations, and businesses in Wisconsin and beyond. Visit b-bt.com and let Bauer & Fine Business Technologies be your complete office technology solution. That's b-bt.com.
Back here from Buchold Park on your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Again, Cardinals 11-1 winners over the Almond-Bancroft Eagles. Quick update as well, again from WIAA, top of the 7th, the Cardinal softball team up 4-1 as they are taking on Almond-Bancroft. Runners on first and second as well, as we're going to have a pitching change as well as we take a look at some of those scores. Here's Coach Sankey. Continuing his media obligations, will join us here for our post-game coverage as they get the field cleaned up. Hopefully the rain avoids, at least for a couple of minutes, so they can get the tarps down there. And we're joined by Coach Wayne Sankey. And Coach, after a couple of tough games, how did it feel for you guys to really kind of break things out in this one and get a big win and now jump back up into second in the conference?
Yeah, you know, we haven't been playing bad at all. We just haven't pulled out a couple of close wins, obviously, against Rosholt. You know, we lost some tough games, 2 one-run games, and then we didn't get a really good pitching performance when we played WIAA. We hit the ball well there, but we came back today and we got really good pitching outing from Caden Mayak, and then we hit the ball well today.
For sure, yeah. Caden, at one point he had struck out 9 out of 10. The other one was a comebacker to him. He seemed to really dialed in. And then on offense, guys putting the ball in play, good things were happening. Again, 7 Eagle errors. It seemed like either wind was playing with them a little bit, or just it seemed like things were just kind of almost it's just a bizarre type of play so far.
Yeah, right. Caden, that's the best Caden I think's thrown this year for us. He was pounding the strike zone, and when he can pound the strike zone like that, our defense stays on their toes and makes plays. You know, as far as the other side, you know, Danny's going to throw a lot of balls with sink action. He's going to get a lot of ground balls, and our defense got to make plays too. And fortunately for us, they didn't today.
For sure. And then, again, talk about just the top of that order. I mean, again, Bryson getting on base 4 more times. Drew was making the plays he needed to. Bierencott was able to make some good plays, and then Asher with a couple of hits. Just for you guys, knowing that everything starts at the top, how big is it to know that you can rely on them when they need to get on base and make things happen?
Right. We set that up obviously on purpose. Bryson's a great leadoff hitter, and then, you know, we're not going to bunt with him on first. We're going to take a chance of stealing a base, and hopefully he can get the second with Drew up with less than 2 strikes, and we can drive in some runs. And, you know, it's nice to see Asher collect a couple hits today as well.
Yeah, just a couple more questions. One, some big games coming up. You guys have some tough scheduled games coming up. That's going to be a great test for you guys going forward. I'm sure that was scheduled that way for a reason. I guess we're going to try and take forward with only a couple weeks left before tournament time.
Yeah, we've got a real tough schedule coming up. You know, we've got a makeup tomorrow with Port Edwards, and then Friday we go down to Waupun for a 3-game tournament, and you know, we're going to see a Division I team, and we might see a couple Division II teams. And then the next weekend we got La Crosse Aquinas, so it was always tough. So that just anytime you can play better teams, your team gets better, and hopefully that gets us ready for the playoffs.
For sure. I guess one final thing. Jerry's 4 for 6. Maybe we'll try and find him some more at bats.
Yeah, Jerry's hits the ball. You know, and Jerry will admit defense is not his forte, but when he gets the opportunity, he hits the ball. Just a great kid, and just we love having him on the team, and he definitely contributes for us.
Absolutely, Coach. Well, again, back into second place, just a couple of, maybe game and a half, couple games behind Rosholt. Conference still out there for the taking, potentially.
Yeah, somebody would have to knock Rosholt out twice, but we're focused on seeding meetings coming up here next Tuesday. This was a big win for us, so hopefully secure the number 2 seed, and then we'll keep getting better as the season goes here.
Sounds great, Coach. Well, congratulations. Best of luck down the road. We'll see you down there.
All right, thank you.
That's Coach Sankey of the Pacelli Cardinals as we continue with our Nason Dairy postgame show. One final update before we sign things off today, as actually we'll not have an update, so stay tuned. Go to ZaleskiSports.com to check the end of that softball game between the Cardinals and the Eagles. And with that being said, we will wrap things up here again. In 6 innings, it was an 11-1 win for the Pacelli Cardinals, and that has been your Nasonville Dairy postgame show. Again, they've got fresh cheese curds that are made daily, so go to NasonvilleDairy.com. For Vinny Villarreal, this is Mike Wellen saying so long from Buchholz Park. And one more time, your final score, Pacelli 11, Almond-Bancroft 1 in 6 innings. From all of us here at Zaleski Sports, everyone stay safe, stay dry, have a great rest of your Tuesday night. Good night.